Hello everyone and welcome to this mega course of Adobe Animate. In this lecture we are going to discuss about timeline in detail. So let's get started. This bar is known as basically the timeline, the thing which I am dragging up and down. This bar is known as the timeline. You can expand it like that or you can contract it like that. I prefer to adjust it in that manner that your toolbox and your properties panel is also visible to you. I started from here. Now what is this? This means that your active layer, this is known as layer. This layer is visible only and it has been contracted to only this layer. And if you select this option, this will show you whole timeline to the maximum point it could be. It can be expanded like that also. Now this is known as layer. What is layer? You have heard about the cake, for example. Like cake, the first layer is of sponge, you can say, the cake basically. The second layer is of cream, and the third layer is maybe of chocolate, the fourth layer maybe of fruits, and so on. So this is known as layer. When we design something or we animate something, everything, each and everything is divided on different layers. For example, here I draw a circle. Circle is drawn by this oval tool. I have explained in my first lecture. If you have not attended it, please go and attend that lecture first. Okay, I have drawn a circle over here in that layer. I can rename it by double clicking on it, and I can rename it for circle like that. And I again create another layer. This is the option you can see of new layer. New layer is also mentioned there. You can click on it and another layer has been created. Now on this layer I create a rectangle. Now you can see this circle and this rectangle are both on different layers. This is known as the disciplined animation with respect to designing, you can say. I can also rename it on rectangle like that. Now there are two different layers and two different shapes, you can say, two different objects, you can say. If I lock this rectangle layer, you can see these three options. This option means that it will show the outline of your object or any other shape that you have drawn. I select this option. You can see now outline has been created and you will not see its fill color. Similarly, like that, I select this option, you will see the outline of the circle. Second layer is like that, it can hide your current layer, whole layer. If I press this button, the rectangle is being hidden. Similarly, of that circle, the same rule has been applied. This layer means that you can lock this layer. If I press this button, now my rectangle has been locked. If I select my selection tool, which shortcut key is V, I will not be able to select or do anything on it because it is locked. Similarly of circle, it is completely locked. So now I delete my first layer and I delete my circle over here. Now the second thing that is most important that you have to learn is about the keyframes. Now what is keyframe? There are three types of frames. You can see this faded box inside and a circle faded inside. This faded circle inside that box, that there is no color in that. This is known as blank keyframe. What is known as blank keyframe? If on that layer, specific layer, I should rename it on a layer 1. Okay, so you could understand easily. Now on layer 1, there is nothing drawn on this artboard. You can see there is nothing pasted, there is nothing drawn, there is nothing work, there is no work has been done on this artboard. So this is blank keyframe. There is nothing drawn. If I draw a rectangle over here, now you can see that faded color has converted into a full color, that gray box and a small rounded circle of black color. You can see now this is a full keyframe. So these are the two types of keyframes, blank keyframe and a full keyframe. Shortcut key for blank keyframe is F7 and full keyframe shortcut key is F6. Please note it down and please have a small diary with you so you can note down the important points of the lectures. Now the third type of frame is simple frame. For example, this keyframe, on this layer basically a rectangle has been drawn on this keyframe. Basically I come to here on 1 second. Okay, now another thing I want to explain you that there are 30 frames in 1 second. Okay, you can increase or decrease the number of frames. What are these frames? It means that 30 drawings can be made in 1 second. I hope you're getting. The more the number of frames will be there, the more detailed animation you will be able to do. The less number of frames, the less detailed animation you can do. You can adjust this keyframe numbers by, when you go to the file option, new option, and here this pop-up has been appeared. You can see here this is known as frame rate. You can change this frame rate to 50 frames per second, or you can mention here 100 frames even. It is limited to 120 frames, like that. You cannot increase this number from 120. Okay, this is the limit of the keyframes over here. You can create it and you will see that I've created a new file. You can see that there are 120 keyframes in 1 second. The more detailed animation you can do that. But I prefer the standard size of keyframes per second is 30. So keep it on 30. Okay, now I was explaining that what is frames. F5 is the shortcut key of the frame. If I click here and right click over here, you can see that there is convert to keyframe. F6 is the option if you want to create another keyframe. If you can insert a blank keyframe, you can press your F7 key button on your keyboard. And if you want to place only a frame, insert frame, you can press F5 or you can right click it and you can do it. Now what does it mean? It means that on this keyframe the object is drawn. For example, rectangle is drawn. This frame of rectangle has been extended to 1 second. There is nothing else on there. If I insert a blank keyframe over here, now you can see that the rectangle has been extended to 29th frame, and on 30 frame there is blank, there is nothing has been drawn. I can draw a circle over here. You can see now this blank keyframe has been turned into a full keyframe. Now you can see this keyframe has been changed. Similarly, I press F5 over here. Now this circle has been extended to 50 frames. If I insert a F7 over here, blank keyframe, now you can see I can draw something else. If I draw a square over here, now you can see that this circle has been changed into a square. So these are the three types of frames. Basically, if you want to remove this whole frame, you can select this all and you can press F5. Boom, everything has been deleted. If I Ctrl Z it and undo it by pressing Ctrl plus Z, now if you want to remove only the keyframes over here, you can select this all and you will press Shift plus F6, or you will right click it and you can select it clear keyframes option. You can select this clear keyframe option and you will see that only keyframes that were included in this whole timeline that has been removed. Now this square is only the object that you can see over here. So these are the types of frames. Now you can play this your animation. We will learn in future lecture what type of animation we can do. You can play it like that, and you can forward it like that, and you can backward and forward it. If I remove this all by selecting it and pressing Shift plus F5, I have removed everything from here. Now another thing I want to explain you that what is this onion skin option. For example, I extended this rectangle over here and I press F7 over here. Now this has been automatically expanded to 19th frame, and on 20th frame it is a blank keyframe inserted, and you can see there is nothing has been drawn on this artboard. Now if I want to look that what was my previous drawing or what was the previous action, so I could select this onion skin option like that. If you can see that now this rectangle has been appearing to be, this is the extension, and you can expand it to as long as you like, or you want or you demand, exactly what I want to say. You can see this, the onion skin has been created. If I want to create a bigger rectangle from it, I will simply match this previous drawing, and I will simply increase just a size from that, like that. If I on this outline, you can see that our current outline is the bigger one, and the shorter outline will be our previous drawing. Now you can see this, difference. The purpose of onion skin, what is the purpose of onion skin is basically that we want, if we want to look back what was our previous drawing. If I insert a blank keyframe over here again, if I you can see that our previous drawing was that larger rectangle. If we want to see what was its previous drawing, so we can expand it like it. You can see both our drawings has been visible to us, and now we can create according to that, like that. If I turned it off, like you can see now, smaller, bigger, and larger. Now this was basically the basics of timeline, and we will learn more about it as we will move on our further lectures, and we will discuss it in more detail. You can expand the interface of this timeline. You can expand this view from this bar, this small bar you can see. You can click it and you can drag it left and right, and you can expand and contract it according to your need, according to your own comfortability. So this was basically the timeline. There was not much like that of rocket science, but you have to understand it carefully, because this is the thing, this is the element on the basis of which animation will depend on. So I hope this lecture will be beneficial for you, and we will discuss more things about it as we will move on our animation lectures. So best of luck and take care of yourself. We will meet in the next lecture, and goodbye.